Welcome to the 5-day core challenge. So we're going to be working to strengthen our core and improve our posture and enhance overall stability. So whether you're new to Pilates or you're returning back to fitness after a break, or simply just want to build a stronger foundation for your daily activities, then this series is for you. Over the next 5 days, we're going to engage in targeted exercises that's going to help you develop a strong core, which will involve obviously the abdominals, the back, and to the extent where the limbs are under control. So each 20-minute session is carefully crafted so that it will progressively build your strength and your flexibility. It will improve your body awareness too, and it should leave you feeling energized and empowered. So let's make a start with day 1. And we're going to start seated. And so we're going to work through the groundwork by focusing on the fundamental principles of core strength. And we're going to learn how to engage the deep core muscles, and that will set our foundation for improved posture and stability. Let's make a start by identifying the pelvic floor, sit bones, pubic bone, tailbone, and just draw it up and in towards your tummy button. And then as we take the breath in, expand the rib cage wide. And then exhale like an accordion, close it down and in, and just feel that gentle contraction into the pelvic floor. That's going to help stabilize everything around and help you progress. So inhaling, expanding, and exhaling, closing down. Now relax the shoulders down and work with that breath pattern, inhaling and exhaling, staying lengthened up through the spine. You're going to take the arms out wide and flex forward. Inhale to open and exhale to flex forward. So we're just mobilizing through the spine with our warm up here, making sure that we've still got that little connection into the pelvic floor. Now, if you're challenged with your legs crossed like this, get up onto a block, sit on a cushion, and take the legs out long, just mobilizing the upper spine and trying to maintain the stability of the pelvis by not tipping at the hips. We're trying to maintain the alignment here. So we're just flexing the upper spine, opening out, and this time we take the arms back behind us. Flex. Inhale, open. And exhale. Lengthening up through the spine and pulling back. One more. And then we take one arm up and find a side bend. Going over to the side. Inhaling up and lengthen. Exhale over. Let's go to the other side. Inhale up and exhale. Go. Lengthening and just finding that little length and just mobilizing the spine. So essential to start our day. Let's come into the second phase of warming up through the spine, through the lower back into the pelvic region. So here we want to be with the heels in line with the sit bones. The pubic bone is in line with the hip bone, so that's flat. Then we've got the gap underneath the back, and that's our neutral alignment. So it's a little curve that we naturally have. Our hands are down by our sides. We pull up into the pelvic floor. We shorten the distance between your ribs and your hips and roll the tailbone away. That's our position for imprint. And we have imprint for when we want more stability, for that pelvic spine. And then we can return the pelvis back to neutral. So as exhale, roll the tailbone away, allow the back to come down to the mat, and then release. And exhale, imprint, and release. And again, imprint, and release. So when we've got the feet off the mat, we want more stability for the lower spine, and therefore we take the pelvis into imprint. So maintaining neutral now with the gap underneath the back, we connect into the pelvic floor, we wrap the transversus muscles around, so suppressing down, but we're not pushing through the abdominals, through the abdominal wall. We want to draw in and down, pull up into the pelvic floor, and maintain stability, like putting the corset on around your waist. We're going to drop the shoulders away from your ears, and as we do so, we're going to lengthen the leg out along the mat and lift the chest. Bring it all back in. Inhale, exhale out, inhale. So we're finding a nice little ab prep with some heel slides while we lift the chest and contract through the abdominals. We're lengthening through the hips and extending the leg and finding and focusing on keeping the pelvis still. And we got one more each leg. Exhale up, inhale, exhale away, and inhale. So the next thing that we're going to do is take the pelvis into imprint, because we want more stability, because the legs are coming up to tabletop. Drop the shoulders away from your ears. We're going into the single leg stretch. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Exhale, lift the chest. Send one leg out and bring it back in. And exhale away. Inhale. So single leg stretch, we pull up on the thighs, feel the power in the legs, but all the time we're engaging into the abdominals and maintaining our imprint. So your options here, if you need, you can put one foot down and work with the leg out at the angle, exhaling until we build that little bit more strength in the abdominals to maintain the tabletop and imprinted position. Roll the upper body down, bring the hands back down to your sides, lower the feet, release the imprint. So you'll need about 6 of those at least until we then move on to your next exercise. So your shoulder bridge. Squeeze the heels into the mat, engage your glute muscles, remembering that our glute muscles are also part of our core strength. Pull up into the pelvic floor so you've got stability around your core, and drive the pelvis straight up. Hold that position. Feel the glutes, give them a prod so you know that they're active, and then lower the pelvis down. Keeping the glutes connected is key here. So exhale, squeeze up, inhale, hold, and exhale, lower back down. Now sometimes people get hamstring cramp here, and it's likely that the feet are too far away. So bring them closer to the base. Stabilize your shoulders. Exhale, lift the pelvis up. Be sure not to flare the ribs. We want to keep them soft and the connection at the front of the body. So all the power and the strength is coming from here, but the lifting mechanism is coming from your glute muscles. And lower back down. Exhale up, inhale, hold, and exhale down. Got one more. Up, squeeze, hold, breathe, and exhale, press back down. We're coming over onto our side. So here you might need a little head pillow, heels in line with the tailbone, hips are stacked, shoulders stacked, or we can have the hand by our ear and down side. The alternative is to take your head pillow, slip it underneath your ear and take the arm out long. So the hand is in front of the chest to remind us to stay forward. Stack the hips and then open at the knees. So here's our starting position. We're going to take the top leg up and then flex ankle, kick it forward. The focus here is to keep the pelvis still. So we're not pulling forward and we're not extending. We want to keep that absolutely aligned, which means that the core is active. And we want to keep that still. So it's a sniff, sniff forward. 1, 2, exhale, pull it back. We're using the glutes again and a little bit through our back muscles. So everything is staying nice and strong and stable. And 2 more. Sniff, sniff, exhale. So now we'll go with the leg lift. Angle the leg in line with the other one. Lower it back down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Try and keep that top leg as long as the bottom leg so that you're not dipping in the waist. We're holding everything still and strong here. Down, inhaling up and exhaling down. 1 more here and circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more. So if we can go for 6 repetitions for most of the exercises, that should just about get to the point where you're feeling that it's working. And then bring it back down. Lift the leg, bring the other one to it, lower back down. So we're challenging these muscles here on the side of the leg, around your hips, essential for our core and our stability. 1 more, up, together, down. Double legs, zip them together, push them up. 1, 2, and drive the bottom leg into the top leg. So we're using the inner thigh of the bottom leg, but we're also keeping the stability through core here, and you feel the abdominals assisting and the back muscles assisting, but in unison together. And let's go to the other side. So the angle, we're on the hip, heels in line to start with, shoulder stacked, and then the arm slips underneath, hand angled, lift, 1, kick, 1, pull it back, 2, pull it back. So we're going to work through this quite quickly so that we can get through our 20 minutes. Sniff, sniff, exhale. So we're not whiplashing the body, we're keeping it still. 1. Inhaling it up, exhaling down. 1 more. Up the circles. 1, 2. Breathe, change direction. 1. Staggered legs. 1, 2, up, together, down, inhale, exhale. 2 more. And down. Okay, double legs. 1, Push the bottom leg into the top leg so that we're keeping the legs angled forward so the power and the energy is coming from the front of your body. Exhale. And one last one. Rolling over onto your front. So it's a little bit of extension work for your back extensors. So the muscles running down your back, but at the same time we're holding on to the abdominals to stop you hinging in your lower back. The legs are long, parallel, the arms are forward. We want length through the neck and through the upper spine. Inhale. Exhale, extend and lengthen. Push the chest bone forward. Inhale. Exhale, roll down. So we're keeping the forearms light, pushing the chest forward, creating length along the spine so that the muscles can do their job to support your spine. The abdominals are switched on so that you're not hinging in your lower back. As you exhale, blow yourself away from the mat. Inhale at the top and exhale, come down. We've got one more as we reach, push the chest forward, hold, keeping everything light, the shoulders pinned back, and roll back down. So we push back to shell stretch, elbows up, hands by your rib cage, press the knees down, keep the back flat, press up, push back, and roll into a shell stretch. And then slide the hands forward. Open the elbows and extend and open up through the hips, press up. So we're getting a chance now for more stability through the core, to hold into a semi-plank, which we will progress to over the next few days. Slide, extend, and push. Like, while we're holding on to those abdominals, and we've got one more as we reach along the mat and push. Hold, opening out the hips, breathing, and then we come back to our last shell stretch, and then from the shell stretch, come up onto your knees, and take the arms up, and then drop the shoulders in, and bend to one side. So we're now just taking that opportunity for stretch up, and now we're going to take the pelvis over to one side. Getting nice stretch down and over. Inhale up, and now arms go wide, rotate and return. So we used the abdominals consistently to stabilize and to flex and to extend. Here we're using the abdominals to rotate. Now I come up again and tip sideways, finding a little bend, stretch down through those rotating muscles and into the hips a little bit. And release, roll the shoulders. So I hope you enjoyed this session. And don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more live fitness tips and Pilates sessions. So I hope your support really helps the channel. Thank you. Tomorrow, day 2, we're going to concentrate on aligning the core with the rest of the body to enhance your posture. And we're going to continue to strengthen the abdominals in the back and the hips with exercises designed to support strong posture throughout the day. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thanks for joining. Don't forget, leave me a comment. Let me know how you're getting on. I'll see you then. Bye for now.